Okay, in this video, we are going to look at two different models for multiplications with fractions. Before we do multiplication with fractions, we want to go back to review those models we did with whole numbers for our first exams. The first one is 2 times 3, and then we're going to do repeated additions. So let's do a set model for this. Like when you do 2 times 3, that basically means you're doing two groups of 3. And I want you to go this order so you will match the questions. We have two groups of 3, so I'm going to need to have two groups. And each group should have 3 units. And this is repeated addition, so I'm going to add them together. Together we should have 6 units. 3 from the first group, 3 from the second group. And I'm going to label my picture 3 plus 3 equal to 6. So therefore, my answer 2 times 3 is equal to 6 using repeated addition model. Alright, and anytime if you need to pause the videos and write down the notes, please do that, and later on we may check your notes to use that as attendance. Okay, alright, the second one is rectangular area model. So again, I want you to go this order. It's going down this direction 2 and then going over 3 units. So we're gonna have, starting from 0 in the corner, and we're supposed to go down 2 units. Try to label your number right next to the marking, and then go over 1, 2, 3 units. I drew a little bit too much over here, sorry about that. And that's going to be your 1, 2, 3. So after you have those two markings, we're going to connect those lines to form equal size boxes. And your answer is going to be how many boxes you have. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So totally we have 6 boxes. So the answer is 6. Therefore, 2 times 3 equal to 6. So those two models we did for our first exam with whole number for multiplication. We're going to do something similar for this next question, which is a multiplication problem. And the first time we use repeated addition, this is especially helpful when it's a whole number times a fraction. So again, this is repeated addition. This is how many groups of what, right? So I'm going to say I have two groups of 3/5. All right. So I'm going to use an area model for that. So in area model, each set, normally we use a rectangle to represent. So I have two groups, right? So I'm going to have 2 of those. And because it's 3/5, it means that I have 5 equal parts to make one whole. So I'm going to cut each box into 5 equal parts. And same here, 5 equal parts for each group. Okay, and we are going to shade in the area that we have. So 3/5 means I need 3 out of 5. And I'm going to say this is one group of 3/5. Repeated addition, so it's going to need to add another one group of 3/5. So 1, 2, 3. So I have 2 groups of 3/5, right? So now I'm ready to draw my answer. And try to draw each of your box about the same size because they represent a whole. So the answer would be part over whole. So I can first draw one box, try to draw them about the same size, cut them into 5 equal parts. And then from the first box, I got 3 shaded parts, right? And from the second box, I also get 3 shaded parts, but I don't have enough, right? So if I need more than one box, I need to draw the next one with the whole box. And then cut them into 5 equal parts again. And I need to shade in one more part, right? So 3 from the top, 3 from the bottom. So this kind of clearly show I have one hole here, right? And this is 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1/5. So I can say the answer is 1 and 1/5. So that's okay. You don't have to do the converting because it's quite obvious this is 1 and 1/5. But if you write down this is like 6 shaded parts, and to make one whole you use 5, then you will have to show me the conversion parts from improper fraction to mixed fraction. So it's going to be 6 is your dividend, 5 is your divisor. 5 going to 6 one time, so it's 1. This is your whole number. This is the numerator. This is your denominator. So again, the answer would be 1 whole, 1 out of 5. And it would be a good idea to check it. So hopefully you know how to multiply fractions by hand. When we check it, we have 2 times 3/5, which is kind of like 2 over 1 times 3 over 5, right? So top times top, bottom times bottom. Top would be 6, 2 times 3. Bottom would be 1 times 5 is 5. So again, use the same conversions. We have 1 and 1/5. So this is how you will do the repeated additions for multiplication with fractions. How many group of what? Draw each group, add them together, draw your answer. Hope you are okay. If you have questions, please email me. Thank you.